Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome all Africans here in the continent and to those who are in the diaspora. It's my hope that you have a nice and good holiday, and we are prepared to welcome the new year, the year 2025. So, my dear kings and queens, I'm here to share this knowledge, and of course, in Africa, when there's a holiday like this, you find that many Africans go back to their homeland or their origins. If you are living in town, you go back to the village to meet your elders, your ancestors, and to connect yourself from your ancestors. So today I'm here to share with you this kind of plant, and of course I'm trying to harvesting the leaves of this plant to feed chickens. But there's a big secret on this plant. If you want to live longer like our ancestors, like our grandfathers and grandmothers, you have to connect yourself to your ancestors and to your nature. Naturally, Africans, we didn't have sugar. We didn't consume this what we call industrial sugar. We don't have soda. We don't have these soft drinks like that. We didn't consume this what we call artificial food. But nowadays you find that Africans, we are consuming artificial food, but you cannot avoid that because the technology and the time has changed. But sometimes we need to go back to our roots to connect ourselves to our nature. So this kind of plant has been used by our grandfathers, grandmothers, and our ancestors to protect them from heart diseases and blood diseases. So this is an important plant that when sometimes I remember when I was young, at the young ages, when you get wound, of course those who lived maybe in village and rural areas, they will agree with me that when you get wound or you hide somewhere on your finger and then the blood is starting to come out, you have to take the leaves like this, you see. Then you get fluids, this kind of fluids. This is not water, these are fluids from this plant. You see, this is the plant that I'm talking about. So you get fluids, then you put at your wounded place like this. You see, lot of you see, these are fluids from the leaves of this plant. So then you put it at your wound, then few minutes you find the blood is cut off, and 1 or 2 days the wound will be okay and you'll be covered, and you continue to enjoy your life. So this is amazing plant in terms of medicine. So I mean, our ancestors, our grandfathers, grandmothers were using this kind of leaves to protect themselves from blood pressure, from heart attack, and many kind of diseases. You know, in Africa, if you find these trees, you find the plants. These plants are being used as medicine. Even today we are consuming what we call fruits, we consume vegetables. Why? Because those vegetables are medicine. You consume medicine, but nowadays you find that we have this organic fertilizer. I mean, this inorganic fertilizer that is sometimes contaminating our vegetables. So I think there's a need for Africans to go back to the roots. If you get opportunity to go back at your home, let us connect yourself to your ancestors. Let us connect yourself to the nature, because there is where the life is. And that's why you see nowadays we are live a short life because we are not connecting ourselves to our nature. Africans, naturally, we are connected to the nature. So as you can see here, these are leaves. So we use these leaves as refreshment for in tea, but also as a medicine. So here we have eggs. Here we have our own eggs. Here you see our eggs are totally different with your eggs, because uh, uh, these artificial chickens, the eggs are not white like this, they're like brown. So but all in all, kings and queens, what I'm sharing to you is how Africans we use leaves, trees as a medicine to cure our diseases, and sometimes um, to protect ourselves, our bodies, and of course, the aim is to share with you that there's a need for us to connect to our nature. Naturally, Africans, we are connected to the nature, and because of colonialism, slavery, Africans, we have been disconnected from our nature. And when you get the time to go home during holiday, you have to try to connect yourself with the nature, and of course to connect with your ancestors. That is very, very important for other people of Africa. So kings and queens, you see this, you can say this is a tea, but we consume this as a remedy. But all in all, kings and queens, the aim is to share with you this knowledge that when you see some people are healthy, powerful, especially those who are living in villages, in rural areas, don't say they are witches, don't say maybe there's something wrong. No, the truth is that they have been connected themselves with the nature. You know, in Africa, you wonder that there are some people who don't afraid lions, they don't afraid snakes. You know, in Africa, because they are connected to the nature. And of course, there's a story when, of course, this is a real story. When I was still young in my homeland, there's someone who is learning and can learn and catch um, um, the the rabbit. You see, just imagine how he is so speed. But because he is connected to the nature, he can learn fast, and that's why the fastest people in this world are Africans, black people, I mean. So kings and queens, enjoy the video. The aim is to share this knowledge, that there are some knowledge that we need to understand and to know as the people of Africa, so that we can protect our bodies, we can protect our health, um, for better than we are doing today. Thank you.